I wrote 365 Days of Shadow Work because I'd been through the grind of quick fix self help books that skim the surface but leave your core untouched. I know what it's like to feel stuck in the same loops, reacting to triggers you don't understand, carrying old wounds that hijack your life, chasing growth without ever feeling whole. That's why I created a year-long journal that meets you every single day with a prompt designed to excavate what you've repressed, integrate what you've resisted, and transform patterns you've unconsciously repeated. When you open this book each morning, you're doing more than jotting down feelings. You're entering a daily initiation. For the first 3 months, you'll map out your triggers, small moments of anger or shame that point straight to deeper unhealed places, and more. Then we move into the heart of the matter, excavating childhood wounds, purging toxic beliefs, and confronting the inner voices that have whispered, "not enough," for far too long. By month 6, you'll be dialoguing with your inner child. By month 9, dismantling the mental scripts that keep you trapped. And in the final quarter, synthesizing it, all into a living, breathing integration. 365 days of shadow work. Uncover, integrate, transform. That leads us right into today's video, Carl Jung and the Collective Unconscious, Archetypes and Individuation. Lean in, because beneath every personal drama, every heartbreak, every triumph, every shadow you chase, there's a deeper script written in the collective unconscious. A realm Carl Jung mapped out where humanity's primal motifs reside. He said you're not just a product of your family's story or your personal psyche, you're a living expression of patterns older than history itself. Jung's journey began in the early 20th century, Switzerland, wrestling with Freud's emphasis on repressed libido. Jung saw that the psyche's well ran deeper. Beyond personal complexes lay universal archetypes. The mother, the hero, the trickster, the shadow. Patterns that pulse through myths, dreams, and religion across cultures. When you dream of falling or flying, of being chased by an unknown figure, you're tapping into symbols every human has carried for millennia. Why does it matter? Because your inner conflicts aren't random. When you project anger onto another, that's the shadow archetype, forcing you to recognize qualities you've disowned. When you chase success at the expense of your soul, that's the hero's call distorted into a quest for hollow victory. When you yearn for a guiding light, that's the self archetype, beckoning you toward integration. Jung insisted that true freedom emerges through individuation, the process of owning all parts of yourself, not just the socially approved bits. You don't become whole by piling up achievements or by numbing your pain. You become whole by wrestling with your own darkness and welcoming your inner light. That's why Jungian therapy isn't just talk, it's active imagination, dream work, fairy tale analysis, even art, all aimed at forging dialogue between ego and unconscious. In practice, you start by paying attention to the recurring dreams or fantasies. Notice the figures that appear: the wise old man, the innocent child, the destructive beast. Ask, what part of me do these represent? Then engage with them, draw them, journal to them, give them a voice. This isn't madness, it's conscious negotiation with the forces shaping your life from behind the curtain. Jung also taught the power of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that defy cause and effect. When you meet someone whose name mirrors a dream figure, or you see symbols from your inner world manifested in your outer world, that handshake between psyche and cosmos is a signal. You're accessing the collective web. Don't shrug it off as chance, see it as guidance. A synchronistic nudge aligning you with your deeper purpose. And yes, the shadow can be terrifying. You'll encounter impulses you loathe. Rage, jealousy, greed, but cleaning your psychological slate requires facing these demons, not hiding in the light. Once you integrate the shadow, it transforms from a lurking saboteur into a potent source of energy you can wield with wisdom. Individuation isn't a path to isolation, it's a route to connection. Jung believed that as you claim your unique self, you also tap into the universal self. You resonate with others not through similarity of roles, but through shared participation in the human story. That's why myth and ritual still move us, because they echo the archetypal chords vibrating within each soul. So here's your map. Observe your dreams and fantasies, record them without judgment. Identify their archetypal figures, ask what they want, what they fear, how they relate to your life. Engage through art, dialogue, and meditation. Integrate by recognizing how their energies can serve or sabotage you. And choose conscious expression over denial. Watch for synchronicities. Acknowledge them as messages. Ignore this work and your life remains fragmented, pulled by unseen currents, haunted by unknown ghosts, stuck on a treadmill of repetition. Embrace it, and you step into the driver's seat of your own soul's odyssey, guided by maps that have charted humanity's depths since time immemorial. That's Jung's gift, a psychology that isn't mere self-help, but a sacred science of the soul. He handed you the keys to your inner kingdom and the codes to the collective realm beyond. Decipher them, integrate them, and you'll find that your greatest journey is both profoundly personal and eternally universal. Humanfluence, out.